I get the feeling that this market has, bottomed for a while, if not bottomed. And you don't really hear me say that too much. I'm just trying to now envisage how this is going to play out, because you kind of, on the daily, it looks like it's spread out and put out a, bottom here. It looks a lot like Zoom, this chart. We broke, it's really the same chart as Zoom, very much of a mirror. So this is the IGV, the ETF that comprises all these growth stocks. And you can see we broke, we triggered all these stops under, underneath the 298 area, what have you. And now we're kind of putting on this pattern. And I don't know if it's just a, temporary bottom or a permanent bottom. So this is, going to give rise to, I think, a trading bottom. So I think we put in a trading low. So, it's entirely possible it comes to 330 and then goes and makes new lows. I mean, I'm kind of prepared for that scenario. Or it just keeps going somehow. So, either way, I'd wanted to see it kind of consolidate, so we'll have to see how this gets going. But, very constructive price action yesterday, made a new high, close on the low. So I think we're going to go higher today. So we're going to open lower, and I'm going to probably buy some calls into a lower opening, probably the QQQ calls. So, there's an area right here around 310 I think we're going to get to. And, just kind of looking at some minor trend lines here that, tells me we could get to at least 320. Seems fairly reasonable on this push. And so Roku and the Zooms of the world, could, get a nice push here. And this thing could keep going. I'm kind of looking at this thing and, patterns don't end that quickly, which tells me that I still think that there's another low to be made here. And this is still my guiding pattern. Markets just don't come down and then, go straight up. So, we'll see what happens. The weekly, I've been kind of joining the highs on the weekly, and this tells me that we could get going to 330. And that could be very likely. And then, could do, something like that. So, listen, we got to play one card at a time here. I think that the energy is still higher. I just kind of don't like to see V bottoms, although we have kind of consolidated. I don't like to kind of see this and then this. It doesn't typically go that way. Usually you kind of have to come down, consolidate it, and then it gives a much better, position. And so, Friday is going to be very important. We've got an inflation number coming out. And I don't know, right now it looks like it could be better than expected, and this market could get a surprise to the upside. But I'll see how I feel on Thursday night going into that number if I want to, hold risk or, kind of even things out before the number. So, but we do look like we're kind of grabbing a bid in here, and that, I've been, selling the rallies, but now I'm kind of buying the dips. We're at this kind of critical area where there's a bit of a key reversal last week, and I'm a little bit hesitant where, you could get, a number that's negative. So you kind of get up here, and then by the end of the week, you're kind of down here again by virtue of that, number. So I don't know. I'm playing out different scenarios. I'll see, if we kind of clear out here and look like this on Thursday, I'll see how that feels. But it does feel like, this hit my objectives, in the IGV of 260. So, my feeling is for the next 5-6 weeks, we kind of play out the scenario to the upside. So it looks like, we did come to this low here on the Qs too. So you did fill some of these objectives, but I don't like to see one-legged stools, meaning I don't like to see a low that, goes like this. At some point, I would like to see this thing kind of consolidate and do something like that. So I don't know. This is, again, talked with Greg the other day, and carrying kind of two thoughts in your head at one time, where it's a trading bottom. Things are going to extend, but you never know when the big wave is going to come and crash over your head. So it's very tricky things, and I think you can only just look at risk and reward. Just look. And I was looking at Zoom yesterday, saying I've got so much risk, and I wanted to dump it, but I'm going, this doesn't look like it's ready to go down. In fact, it really looks like it wants to go up, and it did go. And I think now it's really poised to go higher. This thing looks like it could really move. There's just all kinds of bull things that are starting to shape up here that suggest we could be in for a nice run on this thing. You got this double bottom, like inverted head and shoulders. You're now just really cracking, this neckline. And so any further thing here, this thing really should pick up steam. Kind of surprised it's not opening, but it's better that it just kind of lays in the reeds and really disguises its intent.
How would people be looking to get in on Zoom if they're not in already? Would it be worth today or waiting for some
Yeah,
pullback?
no, I would buy this thing. I would buy it, give it till yesterday's low at 109. So I would buy it anywhere. Opens higher, opens lower, start nibbling at it, start getting a position. But this thing looks like it's cooked.
So you can see, 45, it's 1.3 million.
$1.3 million short.
So pop out a profit for 118,000 there.
So you can see how this is going crazy now. You can see how the market just going nuts.
I bet like $1.6 million on this position. I'm showing right now $23,000 gain.